Hey gamers, Tony here from the ClassicLeague.com gaming and electronic podcast, also with G2PO.com, and today I'm here with another hardware review, and I'm taking a look at the Controller Pro U for the Wii U and the Wii. This was designed by Interworks Unlimited or Interworks USA, and you can actually pick it up on Amazon for $35 in the black, white, or silver colors. And then there's also a gold limited edition for $39. If you click on the link in the description below, you'll be able to purchase those or actually pre-order them because they won't be released until December 18th. But I've been excited to get my hands on one, and I thank Interworks for sending one over for review. Now, this controller is a 3-in-1 triple functionality as we're looking at the box here. It's universally compatible with both the Wii U and the Wii as it states. It includes a motion controller, speakers, retro D-pad, classic layout, analog joysticks, analog triggers, vibration motors, and a rechargeable battery. So it is a wireless controller as well. And so basically Interworks is trying to solve the issue that a lot of us with a Wii U have, is what controllers do we need, how many controllers do we need, and which controllers are compatible with each game. And they're doing that by putting all of them in one. So as you can see, it's a combination Wiimote, a classic controller, as you can see, kind of looks like a Super Nintendo controller built right in there, and a Pro controller. So it's got that feel of a modern day controller with dual analog sticks. The back of the box is pretty much the same thing, kind of some different diagrams explaining the 3-in-1 functionality as well. And they even talk about the old way is connecting multiple controllers, additional joysticks, additional buttons, all those things, and this controller tries to solve all the issues. So as we prepare to review, let's take a look at the hardware first. I'm going to pull this out of the box and we will go from there. Alright, so as we take a look at the hardware here, the first thing I want to point out is what comes in the box. So you have a USB charging cable. This could either be plugged into a charging adapter or just a computer or even the front of the Wii or Wii U. Whichever system you're using the controller with. Then we also have the warranty card and instruction manual, kind of showing off a little bit about the controller, what all the buttons do, and it comes in multiple languages as well. So get those out of the way over here, and the charging cable, which I've already charged the controller. And let's take a look at the hardware. Now, the first thing I always test with a controller is how does it feel. And since this game controller from Interworks is actually priced significantly cheaper than the Wii U Pro Controller, the official one from Nintendo, I was a little bit concerned. But now that I have it in my hands, I can say that this is a sturdy controller. It does not feel cheap, and it feels really, really great in my hands. Kind of feels like an Xbox 360 controller almost. The same ergonomic design, obviously analog sticks, buttons in different places, and it's unique to Interworks and the Wii U system, but it feels really good in my hand. It feels like a controller I can hold for a long time and play some of my favorite games with for a long time. On the bottom here we have the USB port, which it charges, and there's an LED light up here. It might be hard to see on the camera, but it's red while charging and then green once fully charged. We have our LED indicator lights on here, which they're all lit up right now because I haven't synced this with the Wii U yet. You have a power button here, the home button, plus and minus buttons. And it actually looks like a Super Nintendo controller right here, a D-pad, select start, and then YXBA. And I want to tell you the buttons feel really great on the D-pad. It's a classic D-pad, great for retro gaming. Any game that requires a D-pad, the buttons depress really well, they bounce back really nice. Same with the physical buttons, very impressive there. The analog sticks feel really good. They're firm, but not too firm. They bounce back. I mean, it feels real similar to 360 style analog sticks if you like those. So really high quality there. And then you also have the speakers up here. But overall on the front of the controller, even with the two sets of bumper buttons, and there are click down buttons here as well, everything feels really good and responds well. There's your sensor for wireless. On the back we have the switch to change from remote and controller mode because some games require certain types. And then we also have a reset switch and then a sync button as well. So that's overall the physical layout of the controller. Very impressive, and the motion sensor is obviously built in, which we will test out. Very happy with the physical aspects of the controller. Highly recommend it based on those settings, but ultimately it comes down to, does this controller from Interworks, the Controller Pro U, play games well on both the Wii U and the Wii? So we're going to test out a couple games, and I'm going to show you actually playing on camera, on screen. We're going to test out the new Super Mario Bros. U, which the Nintendo Pro Controller, the Nintendo Pro U Controller, can't even play that game. It's not even compatible. We're going to see if this controller is compatible with that. Then we're going to take a look at Rayman Origins for the Nintendo Wii, just the standard Wii, and see if it's compatible with the platformer. I've already tested it out with Smash Brothers Brawl on the Wii, and it works really well. So we're going to dive into Rayman, though, and New Super Mario Bros. U, and see if it works on both the Wii and Wii U as it's promised. So let's go. Alright gamers, back in front of the TV screen now, and it's a little bit challenging to record. I'm recording in a light room with the bright TV from my camera, but it's challenging to record with the controller in front of the TV, but I'm doing my best here to show you how accurate this controller is. Now I'm actually in the Wii U menu here, and as you can see I'm turning it up and down and moving the Wii cursor around, and it's working perfectly just with this Pro Controller. It feels interesting because I'm used to having a Wiimote doing this, but it's built right in, and it's just selecting any icon I want. And as you can see there, we have New Super Mario Bros. U, which is the game that even the Nintendo Pro Controller U cannot play. So we're going to test this one out. It claims that it can. We're going to see if it actually works. So let's go ahead and fire this guy up here. So there it is. Probably looks really dark to you, but might be able to flash into it here in a second. Oh. There's the controller, as you can see. The Controller Pro U from Interworks, and that's what we're testing out here. So far we have a button press. And another. And another. And it's picking it up as a Wiimote. Playing right with the D-pad. Feels like it's Super Mario Brothers. Oh wow. Yep. Works with the top two buttons just fine. And it feels so much better than playing with the Wiimote. Sorry, I'm still trying to hold the controller up just to show that I am playing with that. Yeah, it feels amazing. The buttons are really nice too. Accuracy is good. Well, there you go. It does play New Super Mario Bros. U, which is pretty amazing. So let's switch over to play some Rayman on the regular Nintendo Wii, just to show that's compatible with, really to test out the compatibility and see if it's compatible with platformer games on the regular Nintendo Wii. So we know it's compatible with Wii U and even works with New Super Mario Bros. U. Let's switch over and find out about Rayman. Okay, so I'm heading into the Wii U menu here. Actually, the Wii menu on the Wii U. There we go. That's what I meant to say. I'll let the camera adjust. Motion control is still working great. Let's fire up Rayman Origins and see here. Like I said, I tested this out as well with Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Works fine with that. No issues, but I was interested to see if it also worked with Rayman here. Another one of my favorite platformers. So far, it's working through the menus. I don't know if I can skip anything here. Yeah, it looks like I can. Hey, there we go. Back to the Glade of Dreams. Snoring tree? Well, everything seems to be working fantastic, which is just awesome. Transforming characters here. The controller is very responsive and working well with a standard Nintendo Wii game. That's pretty awesome. Alright, well, back to just looking at the controller here for my final thoughts. Well, I definitely had my doubts going into this review just because the price is significantly lower than the Nintendo brand Pro Wii Controller for the Wii U. But overall, I'm very pleased with this controller. You can pick it up for $35 to $40 on Amazon by clicking in the link below. I highly recommend the Interworks Pro Controller U for both the Wii and the Wii U. It's pretty amazing. All three controllers wrapped into one. Thanks for sticking around for this extra long review, but I wanted to make sure we picked it apart, looked at every angle, and I do give it my highest recommendation. This has been Tony from the ClassicLeague.com Gaming and Electronic Podcast. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to us, and favorite as well. Have a great day.